Anti-patterns. What are they? Let's walk through it. Here we go. All right. So right off the bat, anti-pattern, the definition, the technical definition is a known flawed pattern of work that is not advisable. All right. Think about it. A known flawed pattern of work that is not advisable. All right. So this is the key part right here. The flawed pattern of work. So when we think through and we're practicing Agile, there are going to be some kind of like, similar kind of mistakes, stumbling blocks that are always going to be made just because we're humans and we follow the same relative patterns and those kind of things. So if you went from company to company and they're all trying Agile, they would have some of these anti-patterns. So if they're out there, we ought to be able to recognize them and then prepare to say, ooh, we see them in ourselves. Let's not do that. All right, cool. So let's think it through. Ask yourself, when you think about Agile anti-patterns, this is something that you can start to creating in your own mind as you go from like book learning and theory to like Agile practice, where the real like learning takes. You ask yourself, what would derail your Agile progress in each of the ceremonies, events as you go through? Like what kind of things, what kind of actions, what kind of thought process, what kind of routines could we do that would derail us? That's the kind of stuff when you think it through that you're kind of getting to. So let's play the game. All right. Agile pattern, like anti-pattern. What are the anti-patterns that you can think about in the daily scrum, the daily stand-up, whatever you're going to call it? Daily scrum is the daily 15-minute meeting, right? It's for the development team. The developers are there. Boom. It's all about that. What are some ways that if you were like watching like a fly on the wall that you'd say, this ain't going so well? What kind of things? Say it with me now. Come on. We're here together. Like, what kind of things could happen? Number one, there could be like no routine. Like, oh, we'll have it whenever people feel comfortable. Like it's not at 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 8 in the morning or whenever the team picks. It's like floating all around, or it doesn't happen. There's not a routine. That would be bad, right? That would be a way to stumble and fall and get away from ourselves, right? That would be bad. The other thing is treating the meeting like a status meeting. It's like answering like old school style to the big boss. Oh, sir, I got this done. Ma'am, I got this done. I'm right here. I'm going to be done by Tuesday. And not using it for like the essence of like strategizing and adjusting our plan and working together to get better. So that would be an anti-pattern there. Mindless reading progress. Blah, 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 blah. Done. Sit down. Go back to your phone. That's an anti-pattern. That would be bad. That would be you as the fly on the wall saying, flap your little wings and say, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. The other thing is, maybe the team gets excited and starts deep diving into problem solving. That's a bad anti-pattern. These are flavors of things that hold us back, right? And then maybe not thinking about our progress toward the sprint goal. Sprints exist for a reason, to produce a sprint goal. So an anti-pattern is, one of the formats of it could be just thinking mindlessly about like we're working today, tomorrow, what we got to do, blockers, not saying like, will we be able to accomplish the sprint goal? How is this evolving? How are we changing? And not thinking about like where we are going. This isn't a comprehensive list of all the anti-patterns. There are a list as long as your leg, right? What I want you to understand with anti-pattern is these are normal, it's not okay, but normal things that happen where it's the things that like keep us from being successful in Agile. We don't have to be succumb to it, but we got to recognize it and work them out of the system. Sweet. So anti-patterns, just the mistakes that humans make that we have to identify and remove. Let's keep rolling.